guys, this is Margaret. It's a very wonderful day. Welcome to Chats with Mags, the place where the youth speak to the youth. So today is a very interesting day because I have two of my very good friends with me here today to speak about a very interesting subject. Guess what it is? Basketball. So we're gonna start on my left, and we're gonna be talking. So I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Yeah, so we're gonna start on this side.
What's up, guys? My name is Jacob, and I'm glad to be here.
Yay, excited. And our other friend here, actually, these are my very close friends. Yeah.
Sir, my name is Rama. Call me Ramadhan. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe.
Yes, thank you. Later, at the end of this video, stay tuned. We're going to be sharing contacts, and you can contact the both of them and stay connected to me through subscribing to this channel. So we're going to start. As I previously mentioned in my YouTube channel last week, as I gave my introduction, I really love basketball, and I've been playing for 6 years myself. So today, I'm going to ask my friends to share a little bit more into the sport because they've also been playing for a very long time, and they're huge basketball fans. Okay, so Jacob, why do you play basketball?
So I play basketball not only because it's a stress reliever,
Yeah.
but just because of the way it makes me feel when I'm on the court, and because of all the people I meet, from the refs to the different coaches, to my opponents, to the trash talking, to the cheer of the crowd, the atmosphere. I love basketball.
Definitely, and especially when it comes to cheering of the crowd. You know, we have sports weekend here at school, so it's a very big event. You see how motivated different teams are and how this really touches into people's spirits and personalities and identities. Definitely. But Rama, why do you play basketball?
Like he said, it's a big stress reliever, and like when I'm loaded with stress, I always opt to basketball. I can't sleep. Like, I'll go play basketball, and it's just, the competition is just great. The thrill of the game is fantastic. It's just, there's no sport like basketball.
Definitely. I can definitely agree to that because personally, even for me, I play basketball because it helps me stay grounded to who I am as an individual. Like, sometimes I find myself lost and I say, I don't think my life is going the way I want it to go. So I go to basketball, I play, and I sweat it out, and you release your anger and all of these frustrations you have about different things. So for me, it's something that I do because it helps me stay grounded to myself, to my values, and who I am, right? So our second question is, because I already said I played for 6 years, so how long have the both of you been playing?
I started playing basketball in around 2015, but I think I joined the basketball team in 2016. 2015-2016 season. Yeah. So I've been playing basketball for around 5 years, I guess.
And I can attune to that because I remember 5 years ago, me and Jacob had a very interesting basketball competition in which I dared him to play 21 with me. And if he won, then it would be declared who is better at basketball. And this was just at the beginning of, like, I think I'd say his basketball career here at school, because he's one of the best basketball players in the basketball team. And then don't ask me how that went, but I can definitely say he's a really good player. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to Ramadhan. Do you wanna tell us how long you've been playing as well?
I started before him because I was also here before him, so I was on the team a year or 2 years before. I think it was a year.
Yeah.
So that would mean 2014 I started playing basketball.
Yeah.
Of course, it was the first time I was actually introduced to basketball. That was I first knew basketball when I came to this school. And, I went, I played, I worked, and made it to the team.
I'm very proud of you guys, as you know. So, do you guys ever feel like there is a sense of like who is better than who on the court? Because then you've been playing 2 years earlier and he started 2 years later. Now, in terms of like basketball skills and basketball, like as a basketball player in general, do you feel the difference, or do you feel like it's like your basketball skills or how you play is not related to how long you've played, but it depends more on the effort and amount of like basically your mentality and what you put into the sport and the love you have for the game.
Exactly. Yeah, like you can't even compare because like we have our own individual abilities. We're so different from each other. He shoots the three, me not so much. I can drive. I have a mid-range jumper. Like we play different roles in the court, and in terms of ability, we believe we can all score. So
Yeah.
and there's not much of a difference between us and when at the time we started, but I know we've all put in work, and we're all happy with where we're at right now.
Yeah. And I can actually attend to that because myself as a basketball player and as a member of a team, the U19 girls basketball team, I can understand this because if we have a point guard and we have our 2 and 3 on the side, then there is no possible way she can move the ball around if we're not there. So I understand how each individual player, despite their different playing abilities or their different character, in some unique way they add on to the game. And that's what makes basketball so interesting. It's not like swimming where it's just by yourself and you depend fully on yourself. It's about character. It's about understanding other people. It's about building something together,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it's a team sport, and like usually whenever we do talk about like who's better than the other, it's just like it's mostly just for jokes and we're just messing around.
Yeah.
We don't really have like an official hierarchy as to who's better than who because, as you said, everybody brings something different to the court, and we all do different things. But there are always those competitions that we have to see who's better per se, but it's mostly just for fun because at the end of the day, like it's not like we're like professionals, It's like it's mostly like we work hard, but it's something that we do for fun and for enjoyment.
I mean, you could be professionals if you wanted to. Come on, Jacob. Don't you think you can make it to the NBA?
That's tough.
So tough.
No, I think it's possible. I think at one point in like my basketball career, I like here at school, obviously, I had it in my head that of course I can make it to the WNBA. And moving on to our next question. So, what are your favorite teams? And who is your favorite player?
My favorite team currently is the Houston Rockets. Although, as you know, the NBA is in off season right now. Transfers are happening, so I think I'll announce my official team before the season begins.
Okay.
And as for my favorite player, that's got to be James Harden.
James Harden it is. Fans, you hear this? James Harden. If you want to connect with Jacob, start being a Harden fan. Rams?
Well, like I was a neutral for a while. I used to support the Clippers a while back, and then I just said no ways because Clippers kept on going out second round, and then like we do really well in the regular season. I went to playoffs, they just choke. So I was like, you know what, like I can't, So
you gave up on your team.
I left the team, and what's funny, when I left, and then all the players also started leaving the team, and then we lost Chris Paul, we lost Blake Griffin. People getting traded, a lot of people are leaving. It was crazy.
So you're a smart basketball player, but you're also a smart fan.
Exactly. You might call me a bandwagon, but what's funny is I left. I jumped ship way before all this stuff happened. All that shit.
Oh no, it's not, guys.
No.
Okay, it's not.
So, like, I'm more of a neutral guy right now. I'm just watching. I'm enjoying basketball, but
Yeah.
like I really like the Celtics.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I'd say my favorite player is LeBron James, but it's not because it's who I feel like I'm more connected to, but it's not because I've ever actually looked at other players. No, it's just I like the guy. I like what he does on the court. Yeah. And also I had a little bit of a conflict whether to support someone from the NBA or WNBA looking for a positive female role in basketball. So I was a bit conflicted on that. So I love basketball as a sport, but I'm not a big NBA or WNBA fan. Like, I don't know the teams, I don't know the players. So I'm more like, I just play because it's a sport and I like the sport. Yeah. So we're going to talk about how many times do you guys play in a week?
And that's tough, and it depends. There'll be times where we play a lot of basketball. We might go playing four times in a weekend. So that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We do it 4 times, and sometimes just don't have clothes anymore. because exhausted all our drip and we can't go play anymore. But there's always Wednesday. We're always playing on Wednesday because that's official practice. Sometimes we'd go late at night after dinner, but not as often. We're getting busy now, so like just usually the Wednesday during the week, and on the weekend it's usually every day, if no more.
Sometimes even twice a day.
Exactly.
Wow, you boys are really dedicated, or you're extremely stressed. So I don't know which of the two it is. I think maybe you're dedicated.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah, and especially since like when they do, there's a lot of stress that goes around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For us, maybe for me, I talk about it with my friends. But then for you guys, you might find it more comfortable to kind of like just go and play basketball with your friends, which is very nice. So we're gonna talk about and be honest here, guys. We're gonna talk about if you've ever got an ankle broken in basketball. Please don't slide, because I've seen you guys play and I've watched like all of the sports weekend games plus NCAA. So yeah, have you ever got an ankle broken? How did this feeling like? How did you feel?
That's tough.
I know you can't cap right now.
That's so tough. That's so tough. But listen, every basketball player has got an ankle broken, blocked, embarrassed in one way or another on the court, airballed. It happens. Even Kobe Bryant, even LeBron, all of the greats you can name me. You can't name me somebody who hasn't gotten blocked or ankle broken.
LeBron has gotten blocked before.
Yes, he's gotten blocked even by rookies.
Oh.
Any player gets blocked. When it's not your day, it's just not your day, right? But like, for me, it's come to that. I've reached the point of the realization whereby like, if I get blocked or ankle broken, like it doesn't matter like that much to me. You know, especially if it was a good play by the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd even congratulate them. Dap them up. Like, you got me this time, because first of all, like, I'm a very hard person to block. So that when they block me, they call me lacking. So I have to respect that.
Yeah.
As a player, I have to respect that. But also, like, sometimes it's your turn to do it to other people. Other times people do it to you. It happens. When you're salty about it, like if you get blocked and then like you start calling foul, or like you get upset, or like you look weak. It's not a good. It's not a good look to have.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna get embarrassed, at least get embarrassed with dignity.
Or if you're gonna lose with dignity as well.
Keep your head up.
Yeah.
Shake the players of the other team. Shake their hands. Shake the coach's hands. Be respectful.
Yeah. What about you, Rama? I'm gonna ask you a different question here.
Yeah.
I know you've got an ankle broken before and blocked.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
I do.
Wait.
I've gotten blocked.
I do. I
know
know
if
that.
I've got an ankle broken.
So you've never got an ankle broken?
Nah, nothing major. It's a cross.
Jacob, are you actually gonna agree with this? Rama?
It's capping.
Nah, he can say the moment. I can tell him when I broke his ankle.
That's cap.
Yo,
That's cap.
yo,
That's cap.
When did you break his
One time I went behind the back.
Yo.
Bro, this was in MIP. I went behind the back. He went on the floor in Keho, bro. This is the court. You're right here. I would put it like this I put it behind the back. You went on the floor, bro. You have to remember that.
So we have to find the recording of that
There was no
specific
recording.
moment.
Listen, I've blocked this guy more times than he can count.
So
More
Rama
times
here.
than the number of fingers he has on his hands.
Oh my God, Rama, are you
I've
gonna
been
agree?
playing for 7 years.
Are you gonna agree to that?
No,
Like,
me, I've blocked you.
Based on probability, I mean, like, bro,
Don't make it look pretty.
10 times in 7
look
years.
pretty,
That's not big deal.
Okay, so here Rama
That's
is.
a good start,
Rama,
I'd
are
say.
you agreeing that Jacob has blocked you so many times?
He's blocked me.
Blocked you.
Yeah, he's blocked me.
Oh, Rama agreed to that.
And
And
I've
Jacob,
crossed
do you
him.
agree to the fact that Rama has crossed you several times?
No, yeah.
Ankle broken
No.
to the ground.
No.
Listen, I've put him on the ground, I swear.
Oh,
He had to say it was slippery. He had to.
oh.
He had to.
I
This
can
guy's lying.
understand.
Yeah, I put
I
it
can
behind the
understand.
back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's lying.
So, guys, we're gonna move to a very interesting question here. So, how does basketball shape your identity as a young man? How does basketball shape you?
Well, for me, basketball shapes me in a lot of ways. Because from the sport, I get discipline, right?
Yeah.
Like, based on like the people who have coached me and like their values, you can apply what they're teaching you in basketball into all walks of life, basically, right?
Definitely.
So like we had a coach one time who was very big on teamwork.
Yeah.
Like teamwork was the most important thing. Like we even used to do like these drills where we'd bounce the ball in rhythm with each other, the entire team. And when we run, we would take the same steps at the same exact time. So, and like he would tell us to eat breakfast together and things like that, just so you could know your teammates better.
Yeah.
So basically, you're improving how you work together as a group. Now that can be applied in basketball, but it can also be applied in interactions you have with other people. Building relationships that allow you to collaborate well with people, maybe in academics, in the workspace.
Yeah.
So these are things that basically shape me as a person. I gain skills that I can apply in different walks of life, and also chase my identity because it allows me to keep fit.
Yeah.
Also sometimes
you gotta have that body.
Yeah, you gotta have the body. I'm working. It's a work in progress.
Of course.
but also because sometimes you meet opponents that are annoying. You meet opponents that trash talk. You know, and you have to stay disciplined, and that discipline will build you in other walks of life when you encounter people who maybe you have conflicting ideologies with, and they want to speak against you. You learn how to keep your cool, basically. So.
Definitely.